Hello Explorers, welcome back. It is Games and Challenges. As you guys are watching this, I am in London. And let me see, you're watching this on Friday the 22nd, which means it is my first full day in London. So we flew out on the 20th, but not until 8 p.m. We arrived the 21st at 10 a.m. So I mean, I guess technically the 21st was a full day, but I'm assuming we had to wait around to check in to our hotel. We're staying at the Courthouse Hotel, which is a former courthouse prison. It's a I think it said a magistrate prison. I could be getting my words confused, but it is a former prison that was turned into a 5-star hotel. And it's entirely too fancy for us, but if you know anything about me, or if you've been around here for a while, then you know that I'm a huge true crime junkie. I went to school for law enforcement and criminal justice. My husband is a former Las Vegas Metropolitan Police officer. Fun fact, maybe most of you may not know, before Corey and I left Indiana, where we were born and raised, I was actually hired in to work at the Indiana State Prison. But then we ended up moving to Miami. And it was going to be a big headache anyways, because I had a family member that was incarcerated there. I was on their visitor list, on their visitor log. I had visited them multiple times. So in order for me to be a corrections officer there, they were going to have to be transferred to another facility, just for obvious reasons. It was a very close family member of mine. So, yeah, I mean, completely understandable. But I passed all of my interviews. I passed all of my background checks. I passed everything. They didn't think that that there was any reason to think that I could, do anything or was going to do anything. But policy states that, they had to remove him, which, again, fully understandable. But I ended up moving to Miami anyway, so it really didn't matter. And so, yeah, like, criminal justice, true crime, all of that is, I love all of it. So, getting a partnership with a 5-star hotel that is a former prison is super exciting to me. We were originally going to stay there for the full 10 days. However, they are not fully hosting us. They are giving me a media rate. And after conversion and everything, it's 150. They're giving it to me for 150 British pounds. After conversion, that's right around $200 per night, which isn't bad. But in total, it was going to be almost $2,000 for our stay, which, again, way cheaper than what it would actually cost to stay there. Their nights are around $1,600 per night. So, crazy. However, obviously, if I can spend less than that, I'm going to. And last minute, Blue Grounds Apartments, which is who we partnered with in Paris to have our apartment in Paris for the 2 weeks we were there, they said they loved my content and everything that I did, and they would love to host us again for our next trip. And I said, actually, I have a trip next week to London. And they said, okay, here's the list. And so the way that goes is they give me a spreadsheet that shows all of the units that are available and the dates that they're available. I have the address. I can click on the link to see all the photos and everything, and then I can put it in like Google Maps and look at the area. So I did that. I found a 2-bedroom near Kensington. Put in for that one. It was only available for 5 nights while we're there, not our full stay. But still, 5 nights, that's saving me over $1,000. Because then that's 5 nights I don't have to pay to stay at the Courthouse Hotel. Plus, I'd rather stay in an apartment when we travel to different countries, because I really like to see not just the tourist areas. I kind of like to do a split stay. That's what we did in Paris, and I really, really loved it. But, so I booked those. I got the 5 nights, because that's all that the apartment was available for. And then last minute, when I was showing Corey the apartment in the area, one popped up because the list updates every 3 hours with what's available and what's going to be available. And a new one popped up. It's only a 1-bedroom, not a 2-bedroom, so it is smaller, but it's in a better location. It's like right across the river from the tower and from literally everything that we're gonna do. So we can walk from there to like Sea Life and the London Eye, and we're not doing Sea Life in the London Eye. They did offer to host us because I have worked with them in many cities. However, I kind of feel like if you've done one of them, you've done all of them. I am not a huge fan of Sea Life personally. I've done it in California. I've done it in Florida. I was actually invited to the grand opening of the one here in Florida. I've done it in Minnesota. And I really truly feel like if you have done one, you've done them all. And same thing with like the Eye. We have the Orlando Eye. I've done it twice now. I did it once when I partnered with the state of Florida to represent the city of Orlando and Travel Weekly magazine. They took all of us on it. That was my first time doing it. And then like literally a week later, I was hosted by Icon Park here in Orlando to do Sea Life, Madame Tussauds, and the Orlando Eye all over again. I had just done it the week prior with, like I said, with the state of Florida and to represent the city of Orlando. And I truly feel like if you've done it once, you don't ever need to do it again. I don't ever really recommend that people spend money to do it. I don't think it's that great, but that's just my personal opinion. So I wasn't interested in partnering with the one in London because I didn't enjoy the ones I've done previously. So if that's your thing, great. You usually get them as like a bundle deal, like the Eye, the Sea Life, Madame Tussauds. They kind of all end up being a bundle deal literally everywhere that they are located. But personally, my recommendation is save your money and don't do it. There's far better things to spend money on. So yeah. So we ended up finding a better location. It is a smaller apartment, so we're gonna have to, I've already looked into it. I'm gonna have to Amazon Prime an air mattress for the kids since it's a 1-bedroom. The apartment itself is big enough, it just only has 1 bedroom. So I'm gonna Amazon Prime an air mattress for them to sleep on, which they're totally fine with it. They don't care. Just so that we can all have that better location. It'll be a lot more convenient for us to go do stuff. So, I'm still looking though because, like I said, it updates every 3 hours, and if a better one becomes available, then I will have them switch it. They don't have a problem switching it. So we're going to do games and challenges. We have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. So we have 200 here. So yeah, the first day that we flew in, we had a partnership. We were being hosted by Hard Rock London. I have partnered with Hard Rock Orlando. Where have I partnered with? Hard Rock Orlando, and it was absolutely delicious. I have personally paid years ago, more than one time, to go to Hard Rock Chicago because of where I'm from. I've been to the Hard Rock Chicago several times. Not a huge fan of that one. At least I wasn't at the time. It's been many years since I've been. I've been to the Hard Rock in Vegas because I lived in Vegas for 12 years. Corey and I used to go to shows there all the time. I was hosted to go to the one in Pigeon Forge, the Hard Rock Pigeon Forge, but there was a mix-up, and she didn't get me the reservation information in time. She thought she had sent it over, and she didn't. So we just decided to go home because it was like a weekend trip that we did, and it was scheduled to be on our last day, and then we were going to stay the night and go home the next morning. And I told Corey, like, I don't really see the sense in waiting around to go to dinner because I was like waiting for the reservation information. I'm like, I don't really see the sense in like waiting around for dinner information and then coming back to this hotel, spending the night, and then getting up and leaving in the morning. do you want to just go home now? Like, we're done with all the theme parks and everything we've done this weekend. Literally the only thing we have left to do is dinner. So we ended up just going home a night early, saved ourselves a night in a hotel. He prefers to drive at night anyways, so it worked out. I realized I just stopped counting in the middle of counting. So 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So yeah, we are going on, or as of you guys seeing this, we had Hard Rock last night. If you want to follow along in any of our London trip journey, I will be posting on Instagram. I would absolutely love if you guys engaged on some of my stuff. I get asked all the time how you can help. Really, it's just watching my stories on Instagram, commenting on posts on Instagram, liking posts on Instagram. That's really it. Like, liking, commenting, and watching. That's what helps me the absolute most. That's how I get my income. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I do all of the things that I do. So yeah, I still have a ton of Paris content to put out. Not on YouTube. YouTube, I am completely done with Paris content. It is all up on my YouTube channel. So if you have not seen that from our 2-week stay in Paris, that is over on Bria.Snyder. But on Instagram, because when we came back, I was like slammed with partnerships. I'm super behind on posting Paris content over there. So I would absolutely love if you see any of my Paris content, or literally any of my content on Instagram. If you guys could comment, that would help me out so very much. Especially because I'm going to be in London, so I can't really... the thing is with Instagram, part of the job is that I spend a couple hours every day just engaging on other people's content, because that helps the engagement on my own content. When you engage on other people's, they tend to come and engage on yours. And that's really how you build up your community and everything, is supporting other people, and then they want to support you, or just finding like new creators that are just starting out and following them and engaging on their content, and then in return, you know, they're excited that somebody is supporting them, and a lot of times they will support you back. That's really all there is to it. But with me being in London, it makes it really hard. I'm not going to be able to spend that time engaging every day, and I do build that time in to my daily workload, is to engage on other people's content. So my engagement's probably going to be down. I know it's currently down because I was gone for a week at my in-laws' timeshare. So yeah. Alright, so apparently I need to start introducing everything that I'm doing, because people got real shitty on my Figment unstuffing, that they didn't know what was going on, and that I have a really bad attitude because I said that it wasn't fair to those of you that have been around for a very long time and have watched me cash stuff into that bucket for the last several, like 6 months. It wasn't fair to you guys if every single video I'm explaining what it is that I'm doing. I don't feel like that's fair. I really don't. When I find a new cash stuffer, I don't go into their video expecting them to explain every single thing that they're doing. I instead, like, if I find that I like their personality, I like their videos, I like the games they play, you know, whatever it is that draws you into a specific cash stuffer, I will go back like a month or two and watch their videos, because I feel like I want to see the journey. I want to see how they got to this video that brought me to them. I don't want to just start on that video. So a lot of times I will go back, heck, depending on how many videos they have, I have gone back as far as the very beginning and watched. But maybe I'm weird. Let me know. Like, if you find a new cash stuffer that you feel like you really enjoy their style and everything, do you just watch that video and going forward? Or do you like to go back and kind of see some of their journey too? Is it just me? I don't know. But apparently I need to start telling you guys exactly what I'm doing and what I've been doing for the last 3 years in every single video, which is insane to me. But this is Games and Challenges. Every Friday, we play games. And these typically go for my sinking funds. My sinking funds are very different from other people's sinking funds because my primary sinking funds are all travel related. I travel for a living. I travel for, that is my work. That is my life. That is my family's life. That is what we do. So most of our sinking funds are going to be travel related. This, however, is not for my travel sinking funds. These are for my secondary sinking funds, which are like what most people would have as their primary sinking funds. So home maintenance, car, that kind of stuff. For me, that's not primary. It just isn't. That's not my everyday life. Travel is literally my everyday life. So I do things a little bit different. I do games and challenges on Friday. I like to incorporate different games. And then the reason it's challenges too is because I will usually have some kind of challenge in the front that's a little bit smaller. Like this year we've done pretty much all 2025 challenges in the very front. And then closer to the back, and don't ask me why it works out this way, it just does, but closer to the back of the binder, I usually have like a challenge for something specific that I'm working towards. Maybe it's paying off my kids' cameras, like it currently is. Maybe it is for my husband's birthday. Maybe it is for Father's Day. Maybe it's because we need to get a new lens for our cameras. Something specific that doesn't really have a place and doesn't need a whole binder, but needs a challenge. So, and then the rest of them are usually games, debt, and emergency. That's really what this is all about. So this one is a 2025. This is a photo that I took on my birthday last year. Last year we went to Cancun for 2 weeks. And they had this, my birthday is in December, so they had this really cool 2025 giant light up thing at Planet Hollywood Cancun. So I took a photo of it and I made a challenge out of it, and I really wish I would have had time this year to do my big. I did make this into like a big 2025 where you save $2,025 in 2025. I didn't have time to do it because I was busy supporting other cash stuffers and doing their 2025 challenges. So I didn't get to do my own. So I'm just doing the mini one. So we did 7. We got a 7. Let's put back these 3. Take a 10. So we have 15 in this one so far. Who knows? Maybe I will end up having enough time to do it. I would love to. But right now we're just doing a lot of big challenges. So I don't see it being a possibility. What is this? I don't remember what this one is. I do not remember what this one is. It's $12, so it's not a ton of money. Oh, no, it's not Shut the Box. What is this one? I don't recall, so we're going to have to come back to it. Okay, this one is for my emergency book. Let's go ahead and do this. So, every Friday, I put $25 into this book, and we just tuck it right here. And then I will explain those books at the end when we're actually going to cash stuff into them. I put $25 into this book. Same thing, we will cash stuff into these at the end, and that is this one, so we're just going to skip it. And then I put $25 into here, and this is my CD ladder. This one, every single month, I buy a $250 CD, and then I started this last year. So currently, every month, I have a CD that matures for $250. What I do is I take that matured amount, which usually ends up being around $262 and some change, and I add $250 to it and buy a new CD. Because my CDs are with Capital One. Capital One does not allow you to add money to a CD. In order for it to, once it matures, you have 2 options. You can cash it out, or you can renew it for that same amount, but it doesn't allow you to add to it. So I cash it out, and then I purchase a new one for that amount plus the $250 that I'm adding for this year. And I do that every single month. So every single month I have a CD that matures, and every single month I add an additional $250 to that CD that matures. So September, on September 1st, I will purchase a CD in the amount of $500 and some odd dollars, because it will be the $262-ish from last year plus the $250 from this year. So every week I just put $25 in here. Does that give me enough money to purchase my CD? No, it doesn't. But I consider this a bill, so I budget for this out of my income anyways, as though it's a bill. This is just to help out in case my paychecks are a little bit lower. I'm at least putting something aside towards it so that it doesn't hit as hard. So currently we have $75 in here. Now, because I am not paid regularly, I don't get a paycheck weekly. I can have a month like July where, not even July, I can have a month like July where I had a ton of partnerships. Like, I had so many things when we came back from Paris that in August I was paid out around $16,000, $16,000 to $19,000. Or I can have a month like August where I really don't have much, so September is going to be rough because I don't have much pay coming in. So I like to do this because no matter what, I want to make sure that I'm buying that CD every month. That is part of my retirement plan, on top of my emergency, on top of actual retirement, on top of, like, I do a lot of things to save for retirement. So this is our first game. This, I don't know who this is from. It was a digital download freebie from a, I purchased a bunch of digital downloads off Etsy from one shop. You know what, let me see if I can find the shop. Because I am going to be using a ton from them, but they don't put their shop name on any of their downloads. So, let me go back to my purchases. But this was a freebie that came with the purchases that I ordered. It is Fun Savings Challenge. That's literally just the name of the shop. Fun Savings Challenge. And I have ordered like 20 different things from them because they're super affordable and they have they have like hundreds of options. But this was just a freebie, and so I thought, you know what, let's make it into like a little bingo game. I wish I had a D5. I do not, so do they even make a D5? I feel like they probably do. I feel like they make everything. But we're going to use a D6. If it comes up with a 6, we'll just count 5 as 6. So we have 5. So we're going over to 5. And we actually can't go down any because we're done with that. So we're just going to hit that first one. Which means we have our first bingo. So I need to put $9 in for that. And I said I was putting 5 in for the bingo. So we're putting $15 into this. I am not counting this. I do not count games until they are complete because I just think that's more fun. I would do more, but since we got a bingo, we kind of already put extra in. And I don't have as much money on game nights. I know this says Ford. This was for a while. I was doing a challenge for my car emergency. I'm not doing car emergency anymore, but I don't want to mess up my dashboard, so I'm just leaving them in there. This one says Buffer. Again, same thing. It's just, this is a challenge from Summer at My Creative Savings. It's nice and laminated. I recommend her shop. She sent me this as a gift. You can always find her in the description box below, as well as in my comments. She likes to hit me with these big numbers, though. This is an 11. Oh, her stuff scratches like a freaking dream. Let me tell you. Like, that scratched so nicely. Because they don't always. Okay, we're going to put $11 into here. So in this one, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 56, 57, 58, and this one brings in 75. This is another one from Summer, and with this one, we roll a d6 and we multiply it by 3. This is to help me pay off my debt. So we are only putting in $3. I don't think we've ever done that. We have not. That's a pink. That's not going to help me. I need the silver. So last week we put 18 in here. This week we're putting 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we have $8 in here. Every time this hits 50, I deduct it. I pull it out and I make a $50 debt payment. I have not made the last $50 debt payment. It is sitting in completed challenges, waiting to, because I want to make one big debt payment, just because I don't like to have a bunch of pending things in my bank account. Yahtzee! Let's skip Yahtzee for right now. We'll come back to it. Let's do this challenge. This is so that we can pay off my kids' cameras. I have one more payment, and then they are paid off. We bought them new cameras before Paris, because Lennox did not have a camera, and Wrigley had the Insta360, and I hated it. So we bought them both the DJI Action Pro 5 cameras, and we actually really love them. Corey and I have used them ourselves twice now. We use them whenever we do water park partnerships. I scratched this 8, right? Yeah. So put back 2, take a 10. And then the kids get to use them whenever they want. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 71, and 2. $72. But I put that money on, not on a credit card. I put that money, I purchased them from Amazon, so I did the monthly payments that Amazon lets you do sometimes. They don't always offer it, but sometimes they offer it, and when they do, it's like, it's interest-free and everything. And that's what allowed me to go ahead and purchase both of them before our trip, because we had a lot of stuff we had to buy before our Paris trip. But it was really important to me that the kids had cameras for the trip, so I went ahead and did that, and now we're just paying them off. Which we only have one payment left, so it's fine. Alright, shut the box. Let's do shut the box. Oh, I know what that $12 is for now. I do. Okay. That is, Sudoku. You guys are probably yelling at me. Brianna, it's Sudoku. Okay, let me get my crayons out, because this is just, I just printed this on paper. I did not print it on cardstock like I usually do. So I had Corey pick me up some crayons. We use orange. Let's use orange. Alright, let's see what we get. 5. Oof. Uh-oh. Okay. 12. So that's 9 and 3. 4. Oh, we're running out of low numbers. We need 9, 8, 7, 6. That's what we need. 9, 8, 7, 6. Any of those will be fine. And we got a 3. So we owe this $9. 16. $24. Yikes. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me make sure. So 8, that's 15, 16. I think that's only 22. Why am I struggling to add this, you guys? Okay, so 14. Yeah, 7 and 7 is 14 plus 8. It's 22, not 24. Okay. My goodness. So we're only going to play one game since we had to put so much into that one. Okay. Let's go to, let's do Sudoku. Trying to change it up and do some other games, so if Yahtzee doesn't get played this time around, that's okay. Alright, so here is our Sudoku. Okay, let's see what we can do. Threes are gonna be hard. Let's see, 6 and 7. This, I can't figure out anything on this one. Let's see if we can figure out this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't do a 5 here. 5 could go here or here. 6. 6 can go in any of them. 9 cannot go in this one. 9 can go here or here. 6 can go in literally any of them. So that didn't really help me much. Let's see if I can do this one. 1, 2. 3 can go here. 3 can go here. and 3 can go here. 4, 5, 6, 7 can go here. 7 can go here. 7 cannot go in this one. And then 9. 9 cannot go here. 9 can go here. And 9 can go here. So that also did not help. Okay, let's see about this one. 1, 2 cannot go there. Oh, okay, so this one's a 2. Reason being, we needed a 2 in this line. A 2 can't go here because there's one next to it here. And a 2 can't go here because there's this one over here. So this is a 2. See if we can finish this line. 1, 2, let's see, 3. 3 can go there and it can go there. And then 4. 4 cannot go here because it's right here. Which means this has to be a 4 and this has to be a 3. Okay, so we owe 7. Let's put back 3 ones. Okay. Cool. So we got those. Alright, so that's it for Sudoku. I think we have enough to go ahead and play Yahtzee. I am not going to... We don't count Sudoku. I need to put my dashboard in there. I think it's in my Japan binder. Let's go and play Yahtzee. So this Yahtzee is from the national parks. I think I bought it... Ooh. I think I bought it at the Grand Canyon. I try to get all of the props or stuff that I use in my videos from trips because the whole theme of my page is travel. So I try to keep it that way. Once I'm done with these, I think I'm going to buy a new Yahtzee, or maybe I'll just go and buy a new Yahtzee anyways if I find one. Maybe I'll find one while I'm in London. Why do I have 2 missed calls? Oh, I don't. I have a missed call and a missed text message from Comcast. I haven't lived in Indiana in 14 years, and we don't have Comcast anywhere that I've lived since then. Alright, Yahtzee. Let's keep the 6s and re-roll the rest of this. Ooh, 6. Let's see, can we get more 6s? No. But that's okay, we're going to take an 18 and 6s. Let me move this out of the way. And then we'll have this whole space. Bring you guys down, too. Okay. Ooh, what do we have here? We have 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 1, so we're going to try and get a 2, which would be the red. No, that's okay. That's a small straight. So that's 30. Ooh, those are 3s. And that is a full house. So that's 25. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can get a 1 or a 6. That is a 1, which means we got a large straight. We'll keep those 2s. So we have a 6 and 2s. Those are 4s. Can we get a Yahtzee? Oh, did you guys see it? It was on green and it changed. That's okay. So that is 4, 8, 12, 16 in 4s. We'll keep those 5s. Yikes. Come on. Give me another 5. There's a 5. So we have 15 and 5s. That is not at all what I want. Ooh, we're going to keep the 3s, because those were 2s. We didn't want 2s. So we have 9 and 3s. Those are 1s. So 3 and 1s. So the top, we made the top. We have 63 plus 4, so 67. Plus 35 is 100. Why can't I count, you guys? It's 102, right? So upper section, we had 102. So now we just have the bottom to go. Alright, we'll keep those 4s. Can we get a... There we go. Okay, so that's a 4 of a kind, and that is 25. We need a 3 of a kind and a Yahtzee. So this is going to go in chance. So we have 10, 15, 18 going in chance. Just need a 3 of a kind. Ooh, I should have kept those 4s. 3, 6, 9, 12 going into 3 of a kind. Yahtzee is all we have left. We did not get a Yahtzee. See, that would have been better in my 3 of a kind, but that's okay. Alright, so let me get the calculator. We have 12, 25, 25, 30, 40, 18. I put the pencil away, you guys. 150. So 252. That means we're putting $25 in because I do 10% of whatever the total is. That's how much I put in. So 5, 10, 15, 20, $25 going into Yahtzee. And then once we have all these games done, we will pull this. So every 6 weeks, we pull this one. Okay? We still have some money left. We have 25. We have $51 left still. Okay, we got some monies. Let's see what you know what? Let's go ahead and just do some more stuff. Let's do some more stuff. Let's do another one on here. A 1. Oh, okay. Not exactly the kind of progress I was hoping for. We'll do another one. 3. I keep forgetting this is a small challenge. It's only a $50 challenge. One, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. We don't need to count this one again. Should we play another game of Shut the Box? I feel like... Oh, you know what? We didn't do this one. We haven't done this one for a while. Oh, but I wanted to start... one of these. Oh, you know what? Hold up. We didn't do this one. Let's do this one. This is from Boy Mom Loves to Save. So the way this works is we roll a d6. We got a 1. We roll a d8, but we're going to do our d12 next. And we got a 2. Then we roll, we're going to roll a d8 and a d20. Here's the d8. We got a 2. And then d20. We got a 6. I really need to find a set of dice. Okay, so we're putting in 6, $10, $11. We have a lot of ones. Let's put in some ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's put some money into this one. This is from Liz at Liz and Les. This is our book challenge. I'm doing the bottom numbers. We have the money. Let's go ahead and do the 20. Let's get it out of the way, because I've been avoiding it. And this is because I like to read. I actually just bought a new book. I'm going to put one of these 5s back and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now in this one, we have 5. No, we don't. We need to get all the money first. In this one from Liz, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $55 already. And this is going to save $150. Wow. I didn't know it was going to save that much. For some reason, I thought this was going to be the smaller amount, but oh well. So we've already got 50 in there. Let's see. We have $11 left. Nope, scratch that. We have $16 left. Let's go ahead and do one more on this one. And we got a 16. Literally, exactly. You guys, I don't plan this. I do not plan this. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is crazy. I thought we were going to have some extra that we could put into emergency, but that's okay because this one is going towards debt. So we are done in this binder for right now. We're going to pull this one. This is from Danny at Craft Co Budgets. And what I do is I put 25 on the calculator. We have 25 here. I don't do this one right away because if we have any leftover money, it gets added into this, which is why I wait until the very end to do this one. So we're adding $25 into here because sometimes it is more than the 25. So in emergency, we have 500, 600 already in the high yield. Every time it hits 100, I pull it out and put it in the high yield. So 620, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92. $692. Had I known that, we would have went ahead and made that right. But that's okay. So we have $25 here. I always forget in her book where I left off. So this is 1 to 8, 1 to 5. I believe there was a 1 to 9 we were working on. This one's done. This one's done. I was very confused. This one doesn't say what it is. This one's done. This is a $10, but I only do that one if I have more than 25. This is 1 to 8, 1 to 6. This one is complete. I think I did all of the big ones. 1 to 5, $3, $3, 1 to 3, $10. This one's done. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is try to finish up. Where is it? Trying to finish up this one, so let's go ahead and do the 8 on here. So then we subtract 8. We have 17 left. So now we're going to go do our 1 to 8 one, which is this one. And that is a 2. So minus 2. That is a 1. Minus 1. That is a 4. We can do probably one more. And that is a 7. So minus 7. So we have $3 left. So then I have that page that I'm working on. But all my 3s are done, so I believe there was a 1 to 3 I was doing. This one. This is amounts 1 to 3, so I know I'm safe to do 1. And that is a 2. So minus 2. So we have $1 left over. Let me see, are there ones left on that page I'm working on? There are. So we're going to do this page first because this is the one I'm actively working on completing. Once the ones on this one are done, so let's see, minus 1. We have spent all $25. Once that last one is done on this page, we'll start putting ones. We'll start doing this one for our ones. So that is officially done with Danny's book. We've put $25 in for emergency. Then we come over here and we had tucked in $25 into Carmen at the Humble Budgeter's book. And this one I'm doing towards debt. So this one's a little bit different. So while if I have any money left over after cash stuffing, the emergency is my catch-all. So that's how that one gets extra money besides the $25 I put in every week. This one I do a little bit different. I put $25 in every week, but every single time a brand pays me, I get paid for one of my partnerships, I put $50 into here. So this one gets $50 every time I get paid, which can be multiple times a week or no times a week. This one gets everything that's left over at the end of every cash stuffing. If I have any random dollars left over because I don't do IOUs. So we added 25 into here, but on Friday both of them get 25. So we added 25 into here, so now there's 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. $550. I don't pull this one every time it hits 100 because this goes as a debt payment on my credit card. And so I just make that payment as one large payment before the statement due date. So I actually need to write the statement due date on here to make sure that I'm making this payment prior to it. So you'll see me pull this in a couple of days because I'll be pulling it before I go on my trip. Alright, so now we have 25 going into here. Same thing, we're going to load up 25 onto the calculator. This first page is done. Let me move those out of the way a little bit so I have more space. Okay. That first page is done. This is a 2 to 9 page. And this is a 2 to 10. So we're in a, oh, but you know what? I think we were working on a 2 to 12. That page is done. Oh, but do I want to do a 2 to 12? We only have $25. Oh, yes I do. We might be able to finish this page. Oh, there's a glare. There we go. I'll hold it like that so you guys can see it. So $2. So, whoops, minus 2. I am doing the bonuses as well since this is going as debt and I know that I have more than $2,025 in debt. Minus 9. So we have $14 left. My vacuum is not going to pick this up because it hates this book. It hates this book with a passion. I don't get it, but it does. So, we did -9, -6 for the bonus. We have $8 left. Let me mark this off so that I know I did the bonus and I know this page is done. So there's $8 left, which means we are going to go to our 1 to 8 page. This one that I'm working on. And we got a 7, so we have $1 left. Again, my vacuum hates this book. So, -7. We have $1 left. I don't know where I'm putting single dollars. Let me see. Okay. This page is done. This is a 2 to 9. This is the bingo. 1 to 6, 1 to 10. Can't do those. 1 to 8, 1 to 6. This page is done. 1 to 8, 1 to 10. This page is done. 1 to 6, 1 to 9. $3. I need to use this page, but these are from when I tried to do it the first time and I just have not cleaned it off. This page is done. This page is done. 1 to 9. This is a $2 and $5 page. 1 to 9, 1 to 10. This is another one I just haven't cleaned off. Okay, there's a 1 left on this page. This one we are actually working on, so that works out really well. This is the last $1 one, though, that I have, so I really need to clean off those other 2 pages so that I have ones available again. So, -1, we have spent all $25 in the debt binder. Let's leave this so that it can dry. We use this to clean up all the scratches on my table. Alright, let's go to daily. Daily is, just as it sounds, it's usually 1 to 2 challenges that I do every single time I cash stuff because it just helps me work through challenges faster versus doing, obviously I'm not going to do this binder every single day, so instead I pick 1 or 2 challenges that are things that are coming up quickly and I want to like make more progress than that binder, so I'll pick like 1 or 2 challenges and every single day we will do just 1 on those. So this one is for our London trip, which as of you guys seeing this, I'm on the London trip, but that's okay. I have this roll and save. It has 2 spots left. We are doing a 12-sided die, a D12, and that is an 8, so we're putting $8 into here. And you're probably thinking, Brianna, you are out of money. How are you going to do that? Well, daily does not come out of our savings challenge money. The challenge money for each video is set aside specifically for that video and specifically for that binder. So the money for the daily comes out of money that has not been set aside yet for any specific video. So I put back 2 ones and I'm taking a 10. That is that one. So one more time and this one will be done just by making this our daily. If you're wondering why there's money sitting here, that is Wrigley's birthday money from his grandparents. He keeps taking the card and I'm afraid he's going to lose the card, so I took the birthday money out of it and put it with this because this is his birthday trip, so I just know to take it to the bank and have it switched over to British pounds for him. What do I want to do as my other daily? We don't have a ton of challenges left. So, let's see. What do we have here? Let's go ahead and do this one. Actually, no. You guys said I forgot to color one in, so we're going to consider one of these done, so I only have 1 left. Let's see. I have quite a bit left on the dinosaur ones, the dino mashup. So let's go ahead and do that one. Oh my goodness. So, Dino Mashup is by Save with Sydney Bear. The way this works is we roll 2d6. We're going to say red is for top, pink is for bottom. So we're going 4 on top, and we're going 5 on bottom. And then we just pick 1 from each, and that's how much we save. we are going to save $5 up here. And we're going to save $5 down here. We're just going to put away $10. And you guys, I have decided, I told you, this one brings in $300 in total when it's done. I have decided, I had said that once it hits the 150, I was just going to pull it since, I mean, we don't really need any more money for this trip. But I've never actually completed this one for him because I couldn't find it most of the time that I was cash stuffing for his birthday. And I do want to finish it. So once it hits 150, I am going to pull that money and it'll go with our London. But I'm going to continue to do that challenge. Maybe I'll just make that the daily. I'm going to continue to do that until it's done. And that money's just going to go in his birthday envelope. And it'll just be a jump start on next year. Or maybe we'll do it part of Christmas. I don't know, but I do want to finish it. I'm thinking birthday, though. That'll give us a jump start on his birthday. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3. So 143. So this one will get finished for sure in mashup. But that is officially all that I have for you guys today. I will see you back here. You're seeing this on Friday. I will see you back here on Sunday. Sunday is not going to be a Super Bucks video. It is going to be, I have this all scheduled out. It is going to be mashup. So I will see you back here in 2 days, and we're going to be doing a mashup video where I go through and I finish up as many challenges as I can, because I need to take some funds back to the bank. I don't like to have all this money in my house while I'm across the world. But I will explain more of that in the mashup video. So I'll see you guys back here on Sunday. So until next time, bye!